Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy, the Mad Kiger, and up here today with the first part of the PlayStation 2 2021 collection. This is going to be a very long selection of videos. There'll probably be like almost 20 parts. It's unbelievable. Um, but as you may notice, a lot of these games are sort of somewhat in order, and you might notice today a lot of the games that I'm showing today are the sports games. Again, if they're not always in order, I'm sorry, but without further ado, I'm going to keep the intro as short as possible, because we've got quite a few games to go through. But we're going to start with the FIFA series. Again, football games are no stranger to the PlayStation 2. There are literally almost 100 football games on PS2. It's unbelievable. But it all started with FIFA 2001. And then, of course, continuing on with the tradition, they brought out FIFA 2002. I have two copies because one of them has the wrong disc in, and that's a PlayStation 1 disc. But FIFA 2002, I don't really care much for FIFA. I played them maybe once or twice as a kid. FIFA 2003. Again, but you just look at the prices of some of these games. 5p I paid for some of these. These games were, it's crazy that they were like 40, £50 at one point. FIFA 2004, I have two copies of that. If anyone wants a spare copy, let me know. And then 2005 and 2006, when they changed it to 2000 to just 06. So yeah, it was actually FIFA 6 that got rid of the whole 2000 and just started calling it O. Shorten out the numbers. And FIFA 07. I'm missing 8, 9, 10, 11 and 13 and 14. But I have 12 as well. So I am missing a few of them. But again, these are dirt cheap games. Yearly releases. FIFA's still going strong today. There were a few spin-off FIFA games. The FIFA 2002 World Cup and the 2006 World Cup games. I actually, this was one of the first games that I got when we first got our Xbox 360, and I actually played this one quite a bit. Pretty fun little football game here. But nowadays, the World Cup games aren't really standalone things. They're normally like expansion passes and all sorts. And then there were a couple of FIFA Street games, and FIFA Street 2 is excellent. This basically is 5-on-5. You could make your own teams, customize all the character customizations, all of those good things. And yeah, these were really fun games that had sort of like a Mario Strikers football vibe to it, with the whole slowing down time, getting points, doing tricks. Really good games. Unfortunately, the later in the series really ruined the FIFA vibe. But there was a competitor to FIFA, and that is the Konami series of football games, and they are still going strong. It actually started with International Superstar Soccer. This was the, competitor to FIFA, but it later came to be known as Pro Evolution Soccer. Ironically, these games were pretty funny because they actually didn't have the licenses to some of the team names. So instead of Manchester United and Manchester City, for example, they would be called Manchester Blues and Manchester Red and London Reds and London Blues. It was really weird, but some of these games were actually really good for football games. Let me know in the comments below if these are better than FIFA. But again, they continued on the tradition of yearly releases with Pro Evolution Soccer 2, 3, 4, and 5. They're still going strong to this day. I believe there's it's called PES now. Or ES Sports or something. But there was also a spin-off of the management games. And yeah, so if you didn't like playing the actual football games, you could actually get some management games. You have here Total Club Manager 2004. I believe this was kind of like FIFA's manager game, but they didn't really expand too much on the Total Club Manager games, unfortunately. But there were some LMA Manager games, 2004, 5, and 6. Again, these games were more like strategy games, a lot of text involved and managing your teams. As a strategy fan, I don't know if I'd enjoy these, but maybe some people do. And there were some competitor football games that weren't actually FIFA or, PES games. And it's weird because nowadays we don't have third-party football games. It's either PES or FIFA, with the occasional maybe arcade football game here and there. But they did include some Codemasters threw their hat in the bag and released these club football games. We have here Manchester United, Newcastle, and Birmingham. There's 2003 to 4 seasons and 2005. A bunch of clubs got these games. I believe they are essentially the same game. The only difference is the main team in which you play as in the story, I'm guessing. But yeah, Codemasters threw their hat in the bag and tried to make some football games. It's kind of cool to see. And there was also a England international football game. I'm guessing maybe other parts of the world might have got like a Germany one, I'm not too sure. There was also games like the UEFA games. These were also made by EA, so these kind of are like FIFA games, but they were based on the UEFA Trophy Cup. There are a few of these out there as well, so if you're into the sort of UEFA League. And then there were some a couple of other ones called This Is Football. We have here 2003 and 2004, and these were Sony branded ones, so these are probably exclusive to the PlayStation 2. So yeah, Sony threw their hat in the bag and tried to make a football game. It's crazy that how many football games there really were and all these companies trying to make them. Sega even threw their name in the hat and made Virtua Pro Football. Of course, the Virtua series is a well-known series in Sega. And then there were a few sort of arcadey, weird ones here. We have Red Card. This is more like an action football game. It rewards you for playing dirty. I've heard this is pretty fun. There was also XS Junior League Soccer. Again, there were quite a few of these XS Sports League games. And then there was Sensible Soccer as well, actually made by Konami. Sort of, it's like a bobblehead style there. So yeah, just look how many football games there are. And that's not all of them. There's still hundreds more to collect. Now we're going to be going into some other games here. So this is going to be a bit of a mix and match. But I wanted to keep all the football games together. So we have here John Mosley's Mad Tricks, a snowboarding game by 3DO. We have here Winter Games, Extreme Snowboarding. I do like some snowboarding games. I grew up with games like Cool Borders and SSX. But if you're a fan of snowboarding games, there are some choices out there for you. And Snowboard Racer 2, this is very budgety and really not that great. I wouldn't recommend it. Downhill Domination, another really good sort of arcadey bike racing game. Very fast-paced game. I've heard good things about this one. Have to give it a go at some point. Codemasters were really good at their racing games back in the day. A couple of surfing games. We have Sonny Garcia Surfing and Kelly Slater's Pro Surfer. Actually made by Activision. This was actually made by the same company who made some of the Tony Hawk games as well, so maybe it's a good game. And then we have some sort of individual sort of wheel games, I guess, or yeah, World Tour. Sort of looks a bit like Creolu's Scoot or something like that, Jet Set Radio or something. Have here Skate Attack, another sort of skateboarding game, you know. Again, stick to Tony Hawk in my opinion. We have Airblade. I actually loved this game as a kid. I really enjoyed the demo and wanted the game. But when I recently played it, I just sort of didn't feel much of it. It was a little bit of a disappointment. But as a kid, this game would have been really fun. And Rolling, if you like rollerblading. So yeah, there were quite a few sort of extreme sport games here. Then we have some other ones here that were just thrown in. We have Toka Race Driver. I actually played this at my mum's. It doesn't hold up that great. It's a good game, but the graphics aren't that great anymore, unfortunately. Warhammer Fire Warrior. Beat this when I was down with my families, and I enjoyed it, but it weren't perfect. But it still is a pretty good game if you're into the Warhammer universe. Battlestar Galactica, never watched the show or anything like that, but I believe this is a flight game. Dave Mirror, 3-star BMX. Like I said, some of these are in order, some of them aren't. Again, gives me a good chance to sort things out. We have here Aggressive Inline, another rollerblading game featuring Taig Chris, whoever that is. SSX, an excellent snowboarding arcadey over-the-top series. Really good series, and it's a shame that EA sort of gave up with this series. You know, I'd love to see a new SSX, but one can hope, I guess. And Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX, again, same creators as Tony Hawk, worked on the BMX game. And yeah, I've heard that this is actually really good as well. I remember playing the demo. Formula Challenge, another budget racing game. I believe this was a launch title for the PlayStation 2. The Sniper 2, it kind of plays a bit like Silent Scope. If you've ever played Silent Scope in the arcade, I'm guessing this is a very similar game. USA Racer, another budget racing game. There are literally hundreds of racing games on the PlayStation 2, and you'll see more as these collections go on. Hercules and Battle with the Gods. I believe this is a action platformer game. Looks very budgety, made by Nico Entertainment. Don't know that company, and I don't know if they still exist. We have some Madden 2004. Madden is still going strong today, and is a very well-known series, and here's the 2004 edition. I don't know which Maddens are the best and which ones are the worst. Maybe let me know in the comments. A couple of golf games here. We have Go Go Golf, made by Midas Entertainment. Or whatever they were known as, Midas. Again, I do like a golf game every so often, but I'm more into arcadey sports games rather than realistic. Eagle Eye Golf. Again, another 505 and 505 Game Street. Again, how good these are, I don't know. I'll have to give them a go one day and let you know. But we have Everybody's Golf. This is a golf game that you want to play because these are excellent games. And there is even one on PS4 and PSVR. These are sort of like Mario golf games. This is my sort of sports game. Non-realistic and just a lot of fun and lots of sort of arcadey experiences to be had from them. And Sony did a good job with the Everybody Golf series. International Pro Golf. I actually played this game, and it's very low budget, but it's not bad. It's a golf game. What do you expect? Mr. Golf. Again, Midas trying to rip off the Everybody's Golf. How good is it? I don't know, but if it's anything like Everybody's Golf, it might be worth a little try. Swing Away Golf. EA trying to throw their hat in the bag and create another golf game. Looks sort of over the top and wacky characters here. Looks pretty cool. Some of these games I didn't even realise I had. Crazy Golf World Tour. Do not play this game. This is absolutely terrible. There aren't many Crazy Golf games on PS2, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. There are some good ones out there today, like Golf with Friends. Then we have PGA Tiger Woods Tour 2002, another game that is still going strong today with the PGA games. I hear that the PGA 2K21 is actually meant to be really good. Try and keep with the theme here. PGA 2003. I remember my cousin used to play some of these games, and they look pretty cool. I'm guessing if I put some time into them, I probably could enjoy them. 2004. Again, the whole Tiger Woods thing that happened, we won't go into it. And 2006, I'm missing 2005. Some of these Tiger Woods games are actually getting quite pricey now. I believe one on the Xbox 360 is at least a £15 game. It's crazy. Then we have a couple of cricket games here. Cricket 2002. Again, EA knowing their sports titles, trying to expand and trying to get every single sport under their banner. And Cricket 07. It's weird because I believe there was only a Cricket 2005 as well. There weren't these Cricket EA games actually weren't yearly releases, so I don't understand why they didn't release them. There was also like Brian Lara's Cricket, which was sort of more go-to thing. And then we have some other sort of sports games. So we have AFL Live. This is Australian football. I don't really know how Australian football plays, so if you're from Australia, maybe you could acknowledge me and let me know what the rules are. Then we have EA Rugby 2004. Again, EA not letting anything slide. And 2005. Again, how many rugby games did EA make? I don't know. There aren't many rugby games still out there nowadays. It's weird. We have Rugby 2000 Challenge 2006, made by Hip Games. Again. And Super Rugby League 2, made by Alternative Software. And Rublu. Again, lots of sport choices here. I have here Cool Shot, a sort of Phoenix game. Phoenix. The Phoenix is a company that you do not want to sleep on because some of their games are absolutely terrible and you would just never believe they exist. But I'd love to try and get more Phoenix games for a video. And then we got the two UFC games released on PS2, Sudden Impact and Throwdown. Again, these were actually made by, this one was made by Global Star Software. And this one was made by Ubisoft. So, which one's better? I don't know. And Crave as well. Which one's better? I don't know. I know that EA make the new UFC games. But, okay, so that's part one. Sorry if I sort of zoomed through this a little bit. I want to try and keep these videos roughly about 20 to 25 minutes long. And so I don't burn it out too fast and stuff like that. Tonight I'm actually going to be playing some Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I'm going to try and beat it because, well, I ain't going to be able to beat it tonight, that's for sure. But I'm going to try and finish some games that I started last year and things like that. And finish some games before starting some new stuff. But that don't mean that won't be playing some other games here and there. I've been playing Elder Scrolls Online as well. I'll probably give that a go over the weekend. But if you're with me tonight on the Mad Kiger on Twitch, I will be streaming some Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Next week, I'm probably going to do some, try and maybe finish off the Gears of War 5 in co-op. But Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is the game that I want to finish. I'm going to try and finish the backlog of games that I started and want to beat. So before, you know, delving into anything new, sort of finish off the backlog. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this part one. We got a lot of games to go through, as you can see. I didn't realise there was another load behind there, so we've only done the first thing at a time. Again, a lot of them here are sports games. I apologise if this isn't your thing, but this just goes to show I collect everything for the PlayStation 2. Let me know if there's any games in this particular set that I perhaps should give some attention to, whether or not it's a game that is really good or really bad. Let me know in the comments below. Is there something I should play and maybe do a video on or try for myself? I'd love to know. And as always, guys, subscribe if you haven't already and join the family. I will see you maybe in a couple of days' time with part 2. I'll try and keep as many videos as possible. I don't want to overload the system straight away, but of course, as always, guys, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at the Mad Kiger and Twitch, where I will be streaming tonight. some Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Looking forward to going back and continuing on where I left off. And as always, have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye.